Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the NFL version of Proline. I'm John Cranton in Las Vegas, joined by Jeff Sott of Las Vegas Sports Services and world champion handicapper Jim Feist. Going to take a look at Week 8 of the NFL season. Got a couple of games in the AFC, the Patriots-Dolphins rivalry game, and the Bengals-Jets, a couple of great defensive teams. But first, we have some offers. We got a couple of red-hot Las Vegas handicappers joining us. First, Jim Feist, boy, you're off a 7-3 college football weekend, a winning NFL Sunday. Your totals have been scorching since Week 1 of the season, and you got a trio of big games on tap this weekend.
That's right, John. Thank you for mentioning that, and welcome everybody. Yeah, Oregon State, Buffalo. We had Baylor with a winning Sunday. We're 4-1 on the totals. That makes the 24-13 with NFL totals for the whole year. I have a blockbuster Saturday coming up with my college dog of the year. That's $100 online. And I have a 10-star Inner Circle Steamroller, which is $50 online, and a High Roller Platinum release for $500 online. That's $650 value if you bought it all online. But with this special offer, you get all three for $29. That's 3 games. That's 3 big winners. I was 3-0 with my Inner Circle plays last weekend with South Alabama and the Redskins, and then I had the Bengals and Lions over the total as well. If you sign up early for this, you'll get a TV winner tonight absolutely free. So that's a bonus, all for $29. Just call 1-866-841-1655.
Yeah, Jim's Inner Circle players, they're $50 a piece online, and he went 3-0 with those Inner Circles last weekend, winning with South Alabama, the Redskins, and the Bengals Lions over. So you're going to get one of those Inner Circles with that package as well. Jeff, boy, tearing it up in college football, a 26-13 run. You're off a terrific NFL Sunday, and your another game of the month sweep. You have another 3 big plays going this weekend.
Good, John. The last 3 weeks here on Proline, I've advertised 9 games, and I've won 7 of them. I'm 26-13-1 in college football since September 12th. NFL, I have won my blowout of the month with the Panthers, my dog of the month with the Bills, and for the 5th week in a row, I won my top-rated play, the Blockbuster, and that was the Atlanta Falcons. So this week, I'm going to have a pair of college conference games of the year, plus my NFL total of the month. You're going to get all 3 for only $19. Just call LVSS to 1-866-575-8916. 2 college conference games of the year and the NFL total of the month, all for $19. 1-866-575-8916.
Okay, make sure you get on board, too, with Dave Koken. He has his 2013 college football game of the year. That is 25-7 going back 32 years. It's $99 online, but if you want to get it for $25 with a guarantee, call 1-866-896-1629. All right, before we get to our games, let's go to our Twitter question of the week. This is how you people out there can get involved. You can Twitter us at Twitter at Jim Feist Sports, or go to Facebook at Proline TV and just leave a question. And if any of the questions are used, you'll be put in a drawing to win $100 of plays from any handicapper of your choice. We've got Vin Blake of St. Louis, Missouri, is asking about, he's asking about his Kansas City Chiefs. Are the Chiefs for real, or are they just lucky, Jim? So how are these guys doing it with their new coach?
Well, first of all, I think the Chiefs were for real last year as well, except that they didn't have the quarterback, and they didn't have the coach, and they had a lot of injuries to key personnel, skill position players. So they've added a very conservative but very efficient quarterback, and they have a coach who is really a wide-open type of coach when he was at Philadelphia, but he had the quarterbacks to do that. He doesn't have that now, and he's really changed his own personality to go along with this conservative style that fits with Alex Smith. Now, are they for real? A lot of people are going to say they're not for real because they really can't put up a lot of points. They can't play, run with the big boys when they get into those kind of games. Well, they have a couple games with Denver coming up, and I guess we're going to see how that works out. But let's talk about their defense. Their defense they have a lot of skilled position players there. They're very physical. They hit hard. They're nobody to mess around with. They can play. Now, as far as the offense is concerned, they have been taking shots down the field. Alex can throw the ball. They have the wide receivers to make some make a difference and hit some home runs, but they just haven't been connecting. Now, you got to remember, these guys are all new to each other. A lot of these guys didn't play last year together, and some of them were hurt. And then Alex is a brand new quarterback with this group. I actually believe that the way they're playing football, run the ball, control the ball, don't turn the ball over, and play solid defense is the way to win championships. Now, granted, this is a wide-open offensive league now, and all the rules favor the offenses. But when it comes down to it at the end of the season, you're seeing players get hurt right and left. I mean, last week there was probably 10 guys out for the season. So the reason for that is, well, there's a lot of reasons for that. But one of the reasons is they're playing these wide-open offenses, which creates a lot more hits on the quarterbacks, a lot more hits on the wide receivers and running backs, because they're playing that type. If you're getting 160, 180 plays on offense versus, say, 140, that adds up over a season. That's a lot more hits, it's a lot more injuries, and a lot more players going down. So now we have practice team players in the league starting, so you're going to have to get more conservative. The weather's going to get worse. Plus, in places like Kansas City, they get bad weather there. So you're going to have to be conservative. You're going to have to take care of the football, and you're going to have to play solid defense. Well, that's the way Kansas City is playing. And so I think it fits them. Now, is that a championship, a Super Bowl quality team? Probably not, because some of the games are going to be played in conditions that aren't that bad when you get dome games and such way like that, and you're going to have to put up a lot of points. But you got to remember where the Super Bowl is going to be played this year. If they happen to get to the Super Bowl, and there's a possibility. I mean, all they have to do is beat Denver, and if you beat Peyton Manning up enough, they are beatable. So if you get past Denver, and then you get, of course, if Brady and company get their stuff together, Houston's kind of out of the mix. They got problems. So yeah, they can get to the Super Bowl. If they do, they're playing it in New York this year, and the weather could be crap in New York in February. I mean, I've lived there. I know what it's like there. You get windy conditions in that stadium. It can be freezing. And guess what? That's the way Kansas City plays football. They can beat teams in that kind of conditions, because you're not going to have to put up a lot of points. You just have to play strong football, don't turn the ball over. So the long and the short of it, yes, I believe in this style of football. It's not as pretty as some of the others, but when it comes down to the crunch time, this is the kind of football that will win championships.
Well, I can assure you that in February, the weather will be crappy in New York. The question is it going to be moderately crappy or real crappy? And that's really the caveat. We don't know yet. But, yeah, Jeff, the Chiefs were a great running team last year, and they're 12th in rushing this year. The defense, they do a lot of things well. 3rd against the pass, 19th against the run. On the other hand, they had 1-point wins over Dallas and Houston. They beat the Jaguars, Giants, Raiders, and Titans. So where's the truth with this Kansas City team?
Well, as Jim says, we'll find out soon when they play Denver. But this team reminds me of a lot of like Jim Harbaugh's first team with the 49ers. They have a great defense, and they had Alex Smith quarterbacking, not making a lot of mistakes, just scoring enough points to win games. So that's a team that remind me of. And last year they had a lot of injuries. Now a lot of those players are back. So I think things are just coming together for the Chiefs. I think they're definitely for real. I don't know if they won a Super Bowl or not, but they're going to be in the playoffs, and anything can happen then. So yeah, I think the Chiefs have good things ahead of them, John.
All right, let's get to our first game, guys. We're going to go to the AFC East for this one. The Dolphins are playing at the Patriots, a rivalry game. Jim, you get starting to look at the weather here. 50 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour winds, no rain. And you get the Dolphins team that started 3-0, but they haven't won since. And the Patriots have lost 2 out of 3. And if it wasn't for that miracle touchdown at the buzzer against the Saints, they'd also be riding a 3-game run. So you get the Patriots 7-point favorites, total of 45.5. Where are the edges?
You know, I have my problems figuring these teams out. This Patriot team is an enigma to me. I scratch my head every week when I watch Denver play and I see Wes Welker in their uniform instead of with the Patriots. I do not understand how they let that happen. And they did it intentionally, obviously, because Brady gave him a cut on the salary so they could sign players, and they still went ahead and let them go. They bring in Amendola, who is an injury looking for a place to happen. He's been hurt every year that I can remember. Gronkowski, I mean, he is a horse, and if he's playing and he's healthy, he makes a big difference. Is Tom Brady, is he gotten to the point where he is getting a little older, where we're all get older? And I'm not knocking old guys. I'm an old guy. But and he's still a great athlete, and he still can throw the ball better than most. But a lot of his wide receivers don't catch the ball like they used to. I mean, they're not. This isn't the group that he's used to playing with. Are they going to get good enough to be the Patriots of old? They're not going to be that. Those days are past. Can they win some games? Yeah, they can win some games, but they're not dominating. They're very lucky to beat the Saints. The Saints actually beat themselves with their inefficiency on offense in the last couple of minutes and the terrible defensive scheme they played at the end. They didn't beat the Saints.